Welcome to Channel Chat
with Rob
and Matt.
Matt, we got Chris here again.
Oh, another one.
I think we might just.
Hi, guys.
I think we might just keep you here.
We can replace John at this point.
Yeah, we got the real talent here. We wanted to have. We've heard from our trusted advisors. They love this idea of patching as a service.
It's starting to explode. Yep.
And I think we might be one of the only providers in their portfolio that have really called this out as a service. And you know, I'm the least technical guy at the round table here, but I think of patching every time I bring my iPhone up, and all of a sudden I can't order Starbucks or Chipotle or whatever I'm using
to work
because it's doing an update. Now, you know, sometimes it's bug fixes and features, but it's many times security.
Right.
And you look at the security,
right,
and that's why they're doing it. And that kind of is a cue in my mind to say, wow, when we look at large companies and enterprises, how many of their devices, anything network connected that needs patching, the entire environment. And then you start to think, wow, that's a lot of work. And who in the organization is doing it. And one of the things that we've found is that even our customers, it's kind of the work that no one really wants to be assigned to. It's late hours. It's sometimes very manual, high risk, no reward.
Right.
And for us to have a service around it with rigor, process, best practices, companies can really breathe a sigh of relief and go, okay, we've got this covered, it's scheduled, and we've got an expert helping us. And really, that's what we're delivering in our patching service.
That's right. That's right. We come in and we help build a discipline, if there is one, or we come in and just fit right into your current patching schedule with your IT department or your security department. It doesn't matter either way, but we look at not the device or the asset. We're looking at what is your business, what is the applications running on these devices, build logical plans. We want to reduce the risk to your organization. You know, the areas where we see issues or negative impacts or viruses, malware throughout an incident, it's a lot of the cases it's patches. It's things that are out of date that the bad guys have figured out how to get into, grab a foothold, and then move laterally inside of the organization. So patching is incredibly important.
And we'll actually deliver an SLA on our patching program,
that's right?
I mean, we've gone in with customers, if I understand correctly, and seen rates of like 60 and 65% success,
right,
and we guarantee a minimum of 95%
That's
success.
correct. That's right.
One of the things I'll talk to about trusted advisors is you kind of look back 3 or 4 years ago, and even still some organizations today, patching is almost kind of considered janitorial work.
It is.
And more organizations are realizing it's a cybersecurity.
It is.
It's now a key part of what you just have to do to maintain the kind of cybersecurity process.
And we'll provide those reports too. Like we will show you the success rate. We will show you if we're having issues. There's backup plans. We work within your change control. If you have change control, and obviously when a 0-day or something critical hits the feeds that we're watching constantly within our SOC, we are notifying and we are getting those out as quick as we can within your your scheduling, right? In a lot of cases, they're high value applications, so we have to make sure that we follow a very prescriptive communication plan.
Talk about how that integrates a little bit too with some of our vulnerability management and vulnerability skills.
Yeah, so outside of patching, we can add additional value with either bringing a scanning product or using your scanning product to consume that information and then trend vulnerability management as a whole program. And that way, we can help you identify what I call the real risks in your environment. If there's a vulnerability that comes out with a CVSS of a 10, it doesn't mean that it's super high risk in your environment because it's behind a dozen controls. It's not sitting on the perimeter. But obviously, if we see something and it's a firewall and it's sitting on the perimeter and it has a high score, that's obviously a huge risk to your business.
Like everything we do, it's with people, process, and tools. And these tools aren't something we cooked up behind the scenes. We're using real OEM technology from best of breed providers.
That's correct. Yep. And then we kind of glue it together, right? So then we'll build you a reporting package. So that way you have full visibility into how your patching's doing and how your vulnerability management program is going.
Yeah, because when then a trusted advisor brings the solution to their very large customer or enterprise, these are recognizable tools. They see our rigor in our process, and the people behind it are people that care about their business. And so these trusted advisors can feel very confident asking questions to their customers and prospects about, what's your patching
They'll be surprised
cycle?
by the responses.
And they will get second and third meetings very quickly. So thank you, Chris, for joining us. Appreciate it.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.